Hello, my name is Vanessa. I'm transgender. I'm a transgender woman or male to female or however you want to describe it. I have been injecting estradiol valerate for 4 years. It will be 4 years in October. I initially got all of my estradiol through Planned Parenthood. I now have moved to a bigger city and I use a local clinic to get my estradiol. But when I first started, when they switched me from pills to injections, I was fortunate enough that somebody sat me down in a room, a nurse, gave me all the supplies that I needed, and showed me how to do my injection. A lot of people are not so lucky. A lot of people are put in a position where they have to do DIY. A lot of people have not so great doctors. A lot of people are in all kinds of situations. So I'm going to show you how I do my estradiol injection, and I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. If you have a doctor you can consult with about it, you should. And if you're somebody who knows more than me, if I'm doing something wrong, if you have a friend that might know more than me, talk to your friends, leave a comment, do whatever you've got to do. I'm not an expert, but I was talking with somebody just today who had no idea how to do her injection, was just given some 32 gauge needles and a vial of estrogen by her doctor and told all right, you're on your own, kid. And that, in my opinion, is medical malpractice, but trans women are really often failed by doctors, so unfortunately it's not surprising to me. All right, let's start by going over all the supplies that we have, everything we're going to need. First, obviously, you have the estrogen itself. That is very important to have. This is estradiol valerate. You also may have estradiol ethanate. Then I have 2 different types of needles. This is, I believe, an 18 gauge needle. It is a thicker needle. I use this to draw up the estrogen, so it's what's called a draw-up needle. What that means is I poke this into this vial over here. I draw the estrogen up into this luer lock syringe. Very easy to get these. This holds 1 milliliter. The luer lock part, I believe, refers to the mechanism used to attach the needles to the syringe. Just make sure that your syringes are compatible with your needles and you should be all good. This is, I believe, the most common type of syringe that you're going to have. Once I've used the drop needle to get into the syringe, I put the cap back on the needle. I take it off and I put on the injection needle. This is, I believe, a 23 gauge syringe. It is, you'll notice, a bit thinner than the draw-up needle. This is what I'm going to use to actually put the estradiol into my body. So this is what's actually going into my body, into the muscle, into me. And it hurts a lot less. It does a good bit less, damage to your body to be using a thinner needle. I also like to have a Band-Aid just on standby. This is just generic Band-Aids from Kroger. You might bleed a little bit. That's okay. It's okay for there to be a little blood. You're going to be okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. It's also okay for a little bit of estradiol to seep out. I just like to keep the Band-Aid on hand rather than spending 10 minutes with my pants around my ankles, scrambling to look for Band-Aids that I don't know where I put them. I also forgot one of the most important things. These are alcohol swabs, 70% isopropyl alcohol. I get these from the clinic that gives me all the rest of my stuff. I actually get the syringes and the needles off of Amazon because it's actually cheaper to just buy them in bulk like that. I only have to re-up once every year. But they give me these alcohol swabs, 70% isopropyl alcohol. I don't think it matters super much what kind of alcohol swabs you're using. Just be sure to use them. You're going to want to be sanitizing shit. You can get these anywhere. You can get these at Walgreens. You can get these at your local grocery store. You can get these at CVS. You can get these at Walmart. You can get these at Target. You can get these fucking anywhere. And before you actually do your injection, very important, You're going to want to wash your hands with soap and water. That's really important. Gotta make sure that you're clean and healthy and that you're not getting any germs into a freshly made hole on your leg. This part isn't necessary. I get really nervous every time I do my estrogen injection. And so something I started with my second injection and I've kept doing every time since is I watch Scott Law's when I inject my estrogen. It's a nice little ritual thing, and it helps like keep me from worrying too much, getting too much in my head, anything like that. And I have an ongoing Tumblr thread and an ongoing quote tweet chain on Twitter and Blue Sky. It's just every time I inject my estrogen, Scott Law's. Alright, I just washed my hands, so now it's time to actually start doing the injection. I'm going to start by taking this syringe. I am going to struggle with packaging. Open that up right there. Find the little tab here to get out the draw-up needle. This is the thicker needle. Let's see if we can get a comparison. Can't really see it through the plastic, but yes, this is a thicker needle than that. We're going to want to screw it right on. Alright, there's that. You have this little thing right here. Put that down for a second in a safe and sanitary spot. Unpause my Scott the Laws for a bit, so that way I don't get too nervous and up in my head. Right, I've got this purple alcohol. I'm going to be using a couple of these today. Let's start off taking a nice purple alcohol pad. I'm going to take this vial of estrogen. You can see I've already used it a few times. I am going to wipe it off with the alcohol pad. Make sure it gets nice and clean. Cool. Take the cap carefully off your needle. Maybe I could have been a bit more careful, that's okay. Alright, and you're going to want to look for a spot that you haven't put it in yet. So that way you're, decreasing the chance of I forget why you do this. Decreases the chance of getting estrogen seeping out or getting bits of the seal inside of the estrogen. If any of the rubber seal winds up inside of the syringe, make sure that that doesn't get in you. Either push it back into the vial or throw out the syringe if you have to. It's not worth it. That's dangerous. You don't want that going in you. So I think I've found a decent spot in here. You're gonna want to do closer to the edge too for similar reasons. Alright, I have this in here and there, and we're going to want to pull the plunger up to start drawing out the estradiol. Right, there's a little bit of air, a little bit of bubbles. We're gonna wanna make sure we get that out. Part of it is just be patient, give it some time. Part of it is tap, tap, tap. Make sure everything floats to the top. Push it out. This is more estradiol than what I inject. I do about 0.3 milliliters. like we have a stubborn bubble, so I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times until I get this right. That's just the way it is. It's okay though, it's worth it to be safe. I'm gonna pause recording now while I figure this out. Alright, I've got a nice clean drop this time. And it's normal for it to take a little bit, take a couple of tries. It's okay to be safe, it's okay to be careful. I'm gonna set this down. I'm going to take up the injection needle. I am going to screw this off. I'm going to set it down for a moment. I'm going to screw this on. Now I'm going to take this. And I'm going to put it in this. This is a sharps container. That's where you're going to want to put all of your needles. Alright, so you put the drop needle inside of your sharps container. Now what you're going to have to do, there are 2 spots that you can potentially be injecting your estrogen into. There are 2 general spots for intramuscular injection. That is your thighs or your butt. Those are basically the 2 big muscle places that you have available for you to inject. You're going to want a pretty good target, a pretty large target. Those are large muscle centers. I always do my thighs because it is harder, at least for me, to do an injection in a part of my body that I cannot see. I am not capable of turning my neck 190 degrees around. If you are, that's awesome. I'm super happy for you. I do it on my thighs. Either way, now's the part where I have to take off my pants. I hope YouTube doesn't censor me. Don't be weird about this. This is for science. This is educational content. Okay, so this is my leg. This is my thigh. You're going to want to change which leg you're injecting in each time you do it. You're also going to change approximately what spot on the leg you're doing each time you do it. This is so that you minimize the damage done to the muscles. And you give ample time for a spot on your muscle to regenerate from getting poked with a needle. Last time I did my right leg, so this time I'm gonna do my left leg. The way that I was taught to do this is you're going to find a spot on your leg that's flat, solid muscle, at least to the degree that it can be, right? So I kind of do this and figure out, okay, here's a solid place. This is a pretty common spot about here. Around the top of the leg is pretty common also. And take another alcohol swab. And you are going to rub down the spot that you're about to be injecting into with the alcohol swab. I like to be kind of generous and get a wide area with the alcohol swabs. Just make sure that I'm covering all my bases, any spot, because I can't be trusted to do the exact super minute specific area twice in a row. It's taken care of. This is the part where I start to get nervous. I think this should be pretty good. What I'm gonna do is you're going to hold it like this. Now find your spot. Pull out some skin like this. Put it in as straight as you can. Push down. Pull it out, nice and gentle, nice and quick. Cap back on right away. Put this directly into your sharps container. Dispose of your sharps properly. Find somewhere that will take this for you as soon as you can, as soon as it's full. It'll be full sooner than you think it will be. Take proper care of your needles. I don't really have any noticeable blood. There's like a teeny tiny little like bead poking out. So I'm gonna put my Band-Aid on anyways. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. I just put some estrogen in my body. Yahoo! We did it. We did it, Reddit. Alright, so I have injected my estrogen. I am fully estrogenated for the week. Next Friday, I'm going to do it all again. I'm going to queue up a Scott the Woz video. I'm going to drop some estrogen and I'm gonna stick a needle in my leg, and it'll be this leg next week because I did this leg this week. Remember, switch injection sites always, every week. Yeah, once you've done this enough times, it becomes like second nature. You don't even have to think about it too much. It's gonna be okay. We are all going to make it. You're gonna be good. Everything is gonna be great. You're gonna have a great time. You might not have a great time. It's gonna be okay though. Everything is gonna be fine. Trust me. You're going to be okay. I love you. If you're a trans girl, you're my sister, and if I fucking hate you, I still love you on some level, and I've got your back on a certain level. Okay, take care of yourself. You deserve good things. You deserve the world. I love you. Inject safely. Wash your fucking hands. Change injection sites. Use more isopropyl rubbing swabs than you think you need to. Do not inject with the drop needle. Do not stick a 23 gauge needle into your fucking leg. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh my god, you deserve better than that.